We are the one, the light in the dark. One heart, one world, one spark. We are the one, together we rise. One dream, one voice, one sky.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Women Empowered Across the World. This is our podcast, and I have amazing podcast host with me today. I have Jackie Zaccoli, who resides in Arizona. Oh, but she is in 86 countries with me, all over the world. And you want to check out her Gen Network. It's on Tuesdays. You'll be able to see it in the show notes. Please come and see what we're up to. It's one of the most amazing networking platforms I've ever been a part of. And it's not just networking, it's actually taking action. So you don't want to miss it. Okay. And then I have Megan, and she is from South Africa, and she is in communications, but oh my goodness, her Y collab is all about really and truly raising leaders in the youth. She works with youth all over. So please check her out, and her information will be in the show notes. And then I have Pat Tracy, and Pat Tracy, she is resides in Texas, and she is she's a leader in YEA, YEP. She's all over the place, and she runs a health and wellness business. Please check her information out. I'm Carol Witt, and I am the founder and the director for YEA and YEP Global. We are in 86 countries, and we teach mindset. It's the biggest deal, and it is. And we teach the 7 pillars for thriving. And currently, we're in classroom. We just completed classroom 5 declaration, and we are so excited for all the students that are in that program. So now I just really am so excited to hear her story. She comes to us. I actually did not find out where you are from. Hanna, where are you from?
This is already the beginning of the story because it's hard to say. I have been born
Okay,
in Poland.
that's okay then. So Hanna, we are very excited to have you come and share your story with us. Come join us, and please share with us.
Thanks a lot, Carol. Thanks a lot. Okay, I'll answer that question. I'm saying that it's a complicated question, and I don't like when I'm asked this question because it takes the story away. I'll just say that I have been born in Poland, but I have lived in around 12 countries around the world, and my family is spread around all continents, I think. I don't have family on the African continent yet. The rest is covered. At that moment, I'm based in Europe. And I'm based in Europe because I'm transferring. I had one successful business and I'm now transferring it online. So I'm kind of nomad traveling around.
Okay.
This is how it is. So to introduce myself, I'm coming from the medical field, but I moved away from medicine 15 years ago, and I became applied kinesiologist and medical herbalist, trained across the fields of Chinese medicine and Tibetan medicine. However, before that, I also accomplished 2 master's degrees in Europe and in Ireland, in UK and in Ireland. Why I'm saying that is, when I was at school, especially when I became a teenager, all of my teachers were telling me that the best you can accomplish with your head is cleaning the streets. And this was what I grew up. Partially, that was because I had dyslexia, clinical dyslexia, but back then in early 90s, people don't know that kind of diagnosis. You were stupid, you were slow, you were dumb, and that's it. That's basically it. All the way until I finished the university and moved away from the country where I was living back then, I discovered that, okay, there are other ways. And I developed a system for myself. I learned 7 languages, and English is not my native language also. So I learned 7 languages besides the fact that I have dyslexia, and reading sometimes is a fairly big challenge, and writing is even bigger challenge. Thanks God, technology, and we have AI, so it did make it much easier. That's why I introduced myself this way, saying that I have been taught that, yeah, you know, the God didn't give you good brain. You're not the prettiest one, and your parents are not the richest one. So enjoy what you have, and settle for what you have. I didn't agree with that. I was stubborn. This is true. I need to say that I had a blessing to have very supportive parents and very supportive grandparents who were herbalists also. That's partially why I changed. So my masters were in economics. Also, I wanted to study in UK. I wanted to go to Oxford, but my parents didn't have money, and I wasn't British. I couldn't apply for scholarship. So I settled for a smaller Welsh university, and applied to be in a swimming team and a judo team, which was kind of unheard of back then for a girl to be in a judo team of the university, and swimming the mixed swimming styles for the competition. I was like one of the two girls, but I decided to use it. That, okay, you don't have girls? I'm gonna be a girl, and this way I'm gonna study for free in your university. So you see, you can think that, okay, the ladies having it tough. I've been working in Germany later in my life, and my salary was much less than the salary of the man. And this is truth. And I'm talking right now, not 90s. I was working for the company last time 15 years ago, so we're like 2000, mid 2000s, right? And it was no one. But and what? Yeah, I decided I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And same company fired me partially because I was involved in Jewish heritage program. I was building it and helping, so it was my work. And I'm Jewish myself, but I was fired because I was Jewish. And when I found out that this is the reason, people told me, "Yeah, go and fight." And I said, "You know what? I just don't accept it. I don't accept anti-Semitism. Yes, it exists. I know. I'm not going to be a victim. And all my life, I just didn't choose to be a victim. I'm aware of racism. In Europe, racism is different. So I have Slavic origins. You go to Western Europe, and in Western Europe, people with Slavic origins usually get pretty well, not anymore, I need to say. Now is much better. There's more immigration, but back then. But yeah, I can say it was tough, and it was hard, and I couldn't read. I was just stubborn. And beside the fact that stubbornness maybe sometimes not the best quality, but in my case, it gave me the power to go. And then I just found people who supported me. So my professor, for example, when I already was studying kinesiology, he was kind of, yeah, go and do and speak. In kinesiology field and in physiotherapy, if you look around, you'll see that there are much more men than women. If you go to the conferences or read the journals, people tell me, no, that's not true. I said, okay, let's take the first journal on medicine and physiotherapy, open it. How many names of people younger than 35 women you're going to see? Not much. Not much. Well, okay, I'm still not in the journal, but for example, 2 days ago, I was invited to write an article in the ANLP Association Europe. So it is possible if you were a little bit stubborn, maybe. And I need to say that not choosing the position of the victim, of course, all of these horrible things exist, and we have to fight, and we have to be aware of it, and we have to stand up. Or, okay, I choose to stand up and talk about it and take actions against it. Partially, I'm speaking here to inspire, but I would never really talk about how much discrimination I went through or how hard it was a little bit, but I've chosen different routes. Um, and what else I can say? Well, when I was 23, actually, why did I choose, partially why did I choose the career beside of the fact that I was fired and yeah, I was qualified, but I couldn't find a job. But back then I already had a fair amount of certifications. Like I started part-time studying the medical university for the physiotherapy nurse, and then I switched to a different one. So I had kind of like hobby in the herbalism, in the physiotherapy, in yoga and Ayurveda. And then I lost this job. But also why I got there is when I was not even 23, I think 21, I was finishing my first degree and I couldn't concentrate. I had brain fog because of pains I acquired through a number of injuries and martial arts because I was martial art fighter since I was 6 years old. My father really wanted to have a boy, so well, that's how it started.
On everything else.
Yeah. He got two boys later, but I was the first one, so that's how it all started. And the doctors were telling me, well, that's gonna be your life, that's it, you're gonna have those pains, live with it, there's like no way. I didn't agree, and that's how I went to Chinese medicine, applied kinesiology, and further studying and helping myself, first of all, to get productive, to get back my mental edge, as I call it, and to finish my degree. I knew that I do have the potential, but the situation where I am right now is not really allowing me, and that was kind of making me quite sad. But again, I just didn't agree that there is no way out. There is always a way out. This way or the other way, but there's always a way out. Um, I've I had a number of challenges and don't really like to talk. Like I saved my family from being persecuted, and another part of family from war, and part of my family is living very close in the north of Israel, very close to the border. With Lebanon, which is not nice, and all of it, of course, affects me. And with all of that, like I was one of the first volunteers who were helping the first wave of migration of Syrian people when the war started over there. So I saw quite a lot, and I know that there are different situations, but I'm always saying still, it's our choice. It's choice how we react. And this part of freedom, no one can take away from us. They can take everything from us, but they cannot take away from us how we choose to react and which emotion we choose to have and which emotion we don't choose to have. It is sometimes can be tough to fight for this freedom within yourself, and this way you need community. I didn't have community, partially also because of my stubbornness, I guess, because I wanted to do everything myself, and I didn't want to apply for European funds or like support, or again go to court against the anti-Semitism. I could have sued my boss probably for some good couple thousand or hundreds thousands of euros, but yeah, I was stubborn. Maybe it was stupid, maybe, but all of in all of that, it was just my choice how I react to this or that. And until now, I do take this principle no matter how hard it is. No matter if your relative have been killed or someone have been unlawfully arrested by a dictatorship or some other things, it's still, if you let yourself, or if I would let myself to be vicious and angry, and or the opposite, miserable, and stay in my room and don't go out and don't acquire another degree or diploma because of my curiosity, that would be a defeat. And that would be a defeat on that they some dictatorship government or the racist people in the world, they will win if I'm not gonna stand up and not gonna go. So I guess that's the story that have been pushing me forward a lot. And the funny thing to say, I do switch right now to kind of prioritize in my business I mentioned before. So I had one pretty successful offline business, but I decided to switch to work online. And partially because I wanted a little bit more freedom and staying with my family, because building the business and uh, all this, my curiosity did cost me. Oh, well, I can't say it cost. It's just I haven't been really interested in relationship or building the relationship with a man. I was more interested in science and study and experiments and all of that. Well, the life changed a little bit, and I decided to change my offline business and all my attention giving to clients into online business, which gives me more freedom and more options to stay with my family and build networks, support other people, support other communities. And now I'm building this online business, surprisingly helping mostly men. And this is, I know that probably men going to be also watching this, but I do like work with this part. So it's a specific men, it's engineers and people in technical professions. But partially I went also there because they need help and there is not much for them to. It's interesting when a woman gets stuck so they, for example, they will come to me. When a woman gets stuck with her health, she start looking for the professional. It's just facts. Women would be more proactive into resolving the issue. However, with men, it is for some reason, probably psychologically, if psychologists or psychiatrists watching us, they probably know that better. They get stuck. And that's why I decided, okay, if I can be the one who get them unstuck and make the society a little bit better, then I'm going to be working or like concentrating more on this part of the society, even though I still love working with and supporting everyone. I really love when women in business come to me and seeking for help. Because when, like, for example, right now I have a client, she was a very successful journalist. She worked in Europe, she worked in the United States, she even worked in Congress as a journalist at some time. And then she quit. She said, I want to be healthier. Journalism is very stressful work. And she asked me for help. So 5 years passed since she retired from her career of being a journalist, and she built her own business. And she actually finishing second book. And I need to say that she was able to accomplish it because besides of all her talents and very strong character, she asked for help. She asked for help. She found me. She came to me. She asked for help. She was not giving up on herself, even when I said, okay, yeah, you had a very stressful life. There is a lot of hormonal issues. I would need to, we would need to build the foundation of your house before you really see the results and before you get your energy back and before you can get up. She had troubles getting up in the morning, like and brain fog, or what we call brain fog now. She doesn't have any of it, not just because of me, but because she stepped towards her own good.
Mm-hmm.
And at a certain point in her life, she also was supporting a Russian democratic movement. And because she had, I think, grandmother or something from Russia, so she felt that this is her mission, that she needs to. And at some point, she stepped off because she have chosen herself. And now she can do even more. She can support more people with the money she made in her business, but without harming herself. I'm telling that because I see a lot of women who come to me. I'm really admiring them because they making a choice, maybe subconsciously, maybe not yet understanding. With my help, they will understand it later. They have chosen themselves above everything. When the woman is healthy, well, that's what Tibetan people, for example, they say. In the family is as happy as the oldest woman in the family. So if the mother is not happy and not healthy, no one else will be. And in the business, they say, in the business is as prosperous if there's a man who is a CEO, as prosperous, as happy his wife is. If he doesn't have a wife, his mother is. But if the woman is a CEO, so the business will be as prosperous as personally the woman is accomplished from the perspective, not educations, but feeling how she is with herself. Is she happy with herself?
Mm.
So I did take this principle, and I'm trying to teach it a lot to people, as well as giving the responsibility about your health, about your mind back to you, by explaining complicated anatomy, complicated biochemistry in words that we need to understand what is happening with us. I did have a dream when I was probably in my teenagehood that I need to become a minister of education, because I wanted to turn upside down the education program. So we actually teach people biology the way that they understand how to apply it when they grow up. So they understand what vitamin C is. They understand what the lymph flow is, and what is reproductive system besides of contraception and condoms, which yeah, it's another long topic in Europe, where they start teaching them this at the age of 11, which yeah, just how to apply later, how to do this. So I wanted to become a minister of education, gave up that idea, but didn't give up the desire to give workshops and seminars to as many people as I can, so they can understand better their health and themselves.
Beautiful, Hannah. Oh my goodness. You did an amazing job of
Oh my
sharing with us.
gosh.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So beautiful.
Mm, wow.
So beautiful. Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
Um,
So Hannah, I have a question for you. So my
Yeah.
question is, so I want to know, like, what is it? You have many, many talents. You've gone to school for many things. You've gotten many, many degrees. What is it that you want to do with all of this in like the next 3 to 5 years? What do you see for yourself? Where do you want to go with it? You've opened many, many doors for many people. Where is that going for you? What's your big dream?
Beautiful.
So the next 3 years, I still want to develop the online business and get the coaching programs running, because I have been mostly concentrating on one-on-one work, or like I was working with the sports teams a bit. So now I am launching a first coaching program. Also, my big passion is retreats, because I believe that I developed a system that in just few days can change lives of a lot of people. So I want to launch retreats this year and make it at least 2 retreats a year. So this for next 3 years, I would like to concentrate mostly on online coaching programs. So this is doing what I always wanted to do, because on the program I can give the information, hands-on information on anatomy, hands-on information on your body, as well as like NLP coaching, as well as a bit of mindset, as well as building the systems for those systems for maintaining the health of the people who will join. And they will have sharper minds, so we'll have people around us who actually using their brain capacity at full, right?
Oh,
As Homo
I love
sapiens sapiens, we're supposed to do that, but
that.
unfortunately, we
Mhm.
don't. And 5 years, I do have a big dream to create a school, because I believe that I can teach professionals to use what I know some of my teachers are already dead. Some of my teachers are fairly old, like Chinese lady. Oh yeah, actually lady. I do need to say that this year, one of my teachers in Chinese medicine turned 106, and
Oh,
she recorded video on her Instagram saying like to younger women, what do you need to do to be as successful and happy as I am in my 106? And this lady is still treating the clients. She's still running the clinic in China. She's not giving up. No, absolutely not. And this is
no
amazing.
retirement in her life.
She
We
loves what
want her to
she's doing.
speak. We want her to speak.
Yeah. Ah, oh my
Well, I
goodness.
can contact her. I can contact her
Oh my
and
Love to
gosh. Can
ask.
you
have her.
imagine, Carol?
Oh, we would
Oh
love
my
to
God.
have her story. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my gosh. Would that be beautiful or
Wild.
what?
Well,
Oh my
she
God.
always say that the only challenge in her life she had is to continue loving herself as much as her mother loved her.
Oh,
That's the only thing that she's usually saying. But
Oh, how
yeah.
beautiful.
So
How
I want to
so
make a
beautiful.
system. I do have a system, but I do want to have a school where I can teach
you
professionals
want a school
so
like
they can use this message and help
uh-huh.
other people.
So
Oh,
great. So
oh,
great.
wonderful,
Don't give
wonderful.
up on your dream. So great.
Oh, so
So great.
beautiful.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, Jackie, you have your hand up. Go ahead.
Oh, I don't know where to start. I'd
No.
forgotten how wonderful you are, I have to admit. Um, sorry
There's
about that.
every one of you here, I believe.
Okay, so we have the concept that you really kind of are going more toward assisting men, and I think you're the only one in the field doing that. I really do believe you're the only one in the entire world, and I do believe that you're really needed. And it will be great to have you on Lucas's or whoever does that. So anyhow, that's the given. The Chinese part is beautiful. I definitely want to introduce you to Parmelia, if I did or not. I don't know if I already did that. Parmelia Parnham has a wellness institute of which she has about 6 or 7 practitioners in that group, and she has started bringing them through to Kenya and Uganda and introducing them to clinics that are there. And I think she's going to Nigeria. I'm not sure, but she has another one that she's doing. So that would be a perfect place for you, and I'll introduce you to Parmelia. I think she's able to take a few more of the ones that I'm throwing in her direction. So we'll see how well she can absorb those. But question. Oh yeah, question. Well, you work with many cultures. That's the big deal. I mean, they're the big deals. But consequently, the point is that you've worked with lots of cultures, and that's the big ace in the whole thing. So, how can we place you into those cultures, Carol? How can we bring her into, well, we've got lots of cultures in Africa, but where do you see yourself culturally? Is there any place that you would really like? I mean, besides men, is there any other way that you would like to see yourself presented?
Um, it is a difficult question. Like I don't know. Well, my bachelor degree was international business and international management,
Makes
and
sense.
I decided to pick a fairly complicated thesis topic, and I've been doing research on cross-cultural management. So I did learn a lot of the indexes of cultures and all. I also was one of the, so there's two of us, two girls. We decided to organize a 6 months project for NGOs in Morocco to help raise education, because higher education is not very available for Moroccan. It was not. It's been better right now, as well as Moroccans who are not Muslim, who are like they're a Berber population. They're technically Muslim, but so yeah, I've been also working with that. Well, I mean, I can depending on the topic. Well, I say that I would not say that there is cultures where I will. No, there is one culture where I don't want to be presented and I feel very foreign. That's the Russian culture.
Mm.
I cannot see myself over there. I do not understand that culture. And maybe it's good. It's just I don't understand it and I feel it very hard for myself. I've been studying Azonto dance, which is the African dance, one of the African dances.
Cool.
I don't know. I speak 7 languages. I studied in Asia. So, well,
Wow. Amazing.
yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing.
I don't
I'll
know
let
how to
Megan.
answer the
No,
question.
you did a very good job of answering a question that was really kind of weird. So thank you for that. Go ahead, Megan. I don't want to take any more time.
Thank you, Jackie. And you also did very well, considering that you just said to us you have no idea how you're going to fill 20 minutes speaking about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. And we're out of time. Give me a break.
Absolutely. But I don't particularly have a question. I do, however, just want to commend you on your achievements, especially your educational achievements, because I obviously working with youth, and in the literacy space in particular, I come across the kids with dyslexia, the learning disabilities, the neurodivergency, all of those things. And it's really inspiring. And I do find that when I say to them, I am currently a founder or co-founder in 3 businesses, and I have no degrees. I have not gone to university or college or anything like that. They tend to listen a little closer, right? So thank you for highlighting the fact that, it can happen if you want it to happen and if you dig deep enough. And like you say, the stubbornness, I fully agree with you. It does help. Having stubbornness, having determination and the resilience, and just knowing which direction you want to go in, right? I think it's really important. But that's something that I would like to again highlight from your conversation, because I think the people listening and the people we work with, it's so important for them to understand that it really does come down to you. As to how you handle situations, as you mentioned. So well done and thanks. It was good having you here.
Beautiful.
It is. Thank you. Thank you. I did work with youth a lot. I got a lot myself when I was a teenager and then younger. Well, European Union, European Commission does a very good job in fair amount of funds going for it's called non-formal education, and I'm absolute ambassador and I love non-formal education. And when I got out of the age when I could use the programs, I have been volunteering a lot and I have been working with youngsters. So in Germany they call them I don't really like when they do this term, the people of color. And there are a lot of kids, teenagers especially, who coming from so-called people of color plus backgrounds of very disadvantaged families. So I have been dealing with teenagers who had criminal abuse and drugs, guns, prostitution, name it.
Yeah.
But when they were coming to our center and they were talking to me or to other volunteers, and they saw that, okay, if you don't like this direction, even if you don't have your direction after all of that you had, some being in prison, you just can go other way.
Yeah.
There is another way. You can just turn around and go somewhere else. Another thing which might be helpful, because I saw that we helped a lot of teenagers because we were giving the responsibility to them. Sometimes small responsibilities, managing the buffet, giving the pamphlet about the organization in the city center, later organize your own project, do the fundraising. And those people, those teenagers, they bloomed. They bloomed, they changed, and Some of them have businesses right now, some have families,
Wonderful.
normal families, not disadvantaged or anything. So
Wonderful.
teenagers is, yeah, the system of education is not done well enough.
Yeah, sure.
So teenagers
Can't agree
needed
more.
sometimes different approach. Yeah.
Absolutely. Agree with that 100%. Thank you.
Yeah, you
Beautiful.
need to put your information. I'm going to put her LinkedIn in the chat at
Okay.
least.
Yeah, absolutely. Hannah, thank you for being an amazing guest for us today. Thank you for sharing your story and sharing, some of the hard things, and sharing the wins in your life. Just so many. Um, I know you are going to inspire all of our listeners. You've inspired all of us. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. All right. So, guys, if you love, not if, you love these episodes, share them. Please share them. Your network is not my network. Go out and share them with people so more and more people know what Hannah is doing out there. And she will have her information in the show notes so that you'll be able to reach out to her if you need to. Okay. Or choose to. And please, we do these episodes every Monday and every Friday, one on Monday, two on Friday. Please, if you would like to come and be a guest on our podcast, reach out to one of us. We're all over LinkedIn. Reach out to one of us and let us know you'd like to be a guest. We love hearing women's stories. We love empowering other women in their lives. So thank you so much once again for an amazing episode. And guys, we all deserve to thrive. Let's do it together, okay? Bye, everyone.